What happens after death? Well, scientifically, scientists think that after death, we are over, everything is finished. Everything ceases to exist because we are chemicals. Chemicals are over, they're burned or they decompose, it's all over. So it's blackout. After death, nothing exists. That's scientists. But scriptures, they don't follow this materialistic philosophy. This is a materialistic philosophy. According to scriptures, after death, we survive. And you know what, you don't need big rocket science to understand this. It's not required. Krishna in Gita gives a very simple example. And there's a famous verse, Dehi no simyatha dehe, kaumaram yavanam jara, tatha dehantar praptir dhira satra namuyati. What's this verse? 2nd chapter, 13th verse. So Krishna says, okay, when you're young, your body is your small baby, then adult, then old age, but your body is changing. If you see your own pic of a child, you will not be able to recognize yourself. When you become old, you will not be able to recognize your young thing. So, body is changing. In fact, science has shown that after every 7 years, even our neurons change. Initially, they used to believe brain cells don't change. But it's now proven that even neurons, after 7 years, you have a entirely different new body. Liver cells, they change after every 20 days or something. I think some 2 months or 1.5 months something. Blood cells after every 20 days, something like this. It's all neurons is the largest after 7 years. After 7 years, you're different. So if you're changing your body, you're changing your body, but you're not changing yourself. That's the whole point. I remains the same. You were you when you were a child, you were you when you were adult, you were you when you are old. You don't feel that now I am Mr. Sharma, now I am become Mr. Gupta. It doesn't, you don't change, I doesn't change. That the stream of consciousness, that's how they put it. The stream of consciousness is the same, which is connected through memories. You see, that's the whole point. So if you are changing bodies in this life and you're the same person, then it's common sense. When you die, when you leave this body, your stream of consciousness is still alive, and then it takes another body. It's as simple as that. So after death, you take another body. Now the question is, which body? Now that's also answered in Bhagavad Gita. Yamyavapi smaran bhavam tejantente kalevaram. Whatever you think at the time of death, that body you will take in the next life. And what you will think at the time of death, that will be decided what you do in your entire life. Because thoughts are not disconnected from your emotions. So you will think what you feel the most. And you will feel the most of those things which you have spent time in your life. And that's what you're going to remember, and you'll become like that. That's what happens after death. Either this can happen, or if you do suicide, you can become a ghost. That's also a possibility. You don't get a body. You're without body. But you have a subtle body. So there are two bodies, gross body, subtle body, and a soul. So what exactly happens is, at the time of death, you leave this gross body. Gross body means flesh, bones, blood, urine, stool. But subtle body remains. Subtle body means mind, intelligence, ego. And there is a soul, we are soul. So like Prabhupada gave a very example. Prabhupada gave in his, Prabhupada founder Acharya ISKCON, he said in one of his lectures that just as we wear a shirt and we wear and then there is an underwear beneath the shirt. So there are always two things, no? Similarly, the soul has two layers, two clothes. One is gross body, made of flesh, bones. Another is subtle body, which is the underwear beneath that, made of mind and intelligence and ego. At the time of death, we lose our gross body, we don't lose our subtle body. And whatever the subtle body thinks, it takes another gross body according to the desires which he has cultivated in this body. That's how what happens.